Steve, a 4-0 win over a good Cray Wanderers side in the FA Trophy. How pleased are you with that?
Really pleased. I think it wasn't the best of performances from us. Real doggy display in regards to keeping a clean sheet, which I want to take a positive out of that one, and 4 great goals, which I wasn't expecting. I really wasn't. The conditions were shocking for both teams, and it did seem that the wind went one way, and the natural conclusion would be that it would be easier with the wind. I don't think it actually was. I think it was sort of quite complicated for centre halves, and sometimes you do hear, and I lose me rag a little bit with them and everything like that. I certainly didn't half time because I just thought it was a tough game. It was a tough game to get some good quality football, and we hung in the first half, even though we did have the conditions. And then second half, as I say, it was a little bit unexpected. The subs coming on were amazing, and they've really given themselves a real boost to get in the starting 11. And I would say, I'm bemused really that it's 4-0. If I was Cray, I'd be looking at a little bit, unfortunate for it to be that scoreline. But we'll take it all day long, as you can imagine.
In a tight game, the first goal was so important, and 3 goals from your forwards today. But old Mark Kane's popping up with a cracking finish there.
He's a living legend, isn't he? He's coming. He's just. I can't give him enough compliments. He's sort of. He wants to play week in, week out. We had a chat at the start of the season, and we said, look, so we might have to be careful, especially on Astro, on what sort of game or how many games we play him. But he just wants to play week in, week out, and I think his performance levels are right up there, and in one of the best centre halves in this league, without a shadow of a doubt.
I guess after a month on the road, basically, it's nice to play at home again, and 2 more big games coming up.
Yeah, really big games, and obviously great to sort of the trophies. I think sometimes in non-league football it gets a little bit pushed to a side, and I was lucky with Royston getting in the quarterfinals, and it really it made the season, but also it made the league campaign very much more concentrated, and lads had to play well week in, week out. So, the trophy's a great one. Now we've got 2 games, and as I say, I've got a selection problem with the lads coming on and possibly demanding starting berths. So it's a good problem to have, and we have to have sort of regrouped after the injuries that we've had, and it hasn't been easy. It really hasn't, and the lads have shown a hell of a lot of character, and sort of a real big testament to them.
Just speaking on injury updates, there are a few of the lads here today. Is anybody any closer to rejoining the squad?
I think Charlie is. He won't be long. I think we could be, a couple of weeks, and considering it's best part of 6 months that he's had out. He's had a long time out, and I think Harry Titchmarsh is got his operation, and I think he'll be out for a while. The operation is serious, but it's very successful. So there's no problem with that other than duration. Jaden has had his operation, obviously recovering. Wish both of them the best. Really, they're possibly our serious ones. Erin is making progress. Erin Amu. We do forget about him this season, but I haven't. He was at training, and he's going to be coming to training once a week. And then obviously Brad. He's a lad that's been missed. Sorely. Would be nice if I don't want to make him any conclusions that that we're or dates that he's going to be able to get back, but with a bit of luck, maybe these next 2 home games, if we could get him, sort of at least on the bench, that'd be good.
Fantastic. Well done today, mate.
Take care. Thank you.
So, a 4-0 win, progress in the trophy, and a goal for you. Pretty good birthday, hey?
Yeah, not bad birthday at all. And good to get the win for the lads and just get ourselves back on the right track, really, I think.
How difficult were conditions today? It was very blustery for pretty much the whole game.
Yeah, so I think, first of all, the rain, obviously, that we had overnight didn't really help things. Like, the pitch was a little bit damp in patches, but I thought the boys dealt with it well, and it didn't take a genius to see that the wind affected things for both sides today. But yeah, weathered the storm. I don't intend on using the pun, but weathered the storm, sure.
It's half a dozen goals for you now. How do you feel like you're settling in here this season?
Yeah, it's been good. Like, I've been enjoying my football. Really grateful to the backroom staff for instilling a lot of confidence in me and helping me improve as well. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to contribute some goals for the club and get us back to where we want to be.
So nice today to be back in front of the home fans after pretty much a month away. It's 2 more big games coming up, Redditch and Spalding. Looking forward to those.
Yeah, I was saying to some of the boys earlier, it felt like we haven't been here for ages, and it's just nice to see our fans and be back in familiar settings again. And yeah, like you said, the 2 upcoming games will be massive for us back in the league, and be nice to get some momentum going again.
Well done today, mate. Enjoy your celebrations.
Well, thank you very much.